Okay, so for today's video, I wanted to run through the amps that I use. Everyone knows I strictly play Blackstar amplification, but I'm always getting questions like, how do you get your tone? What are you running? And especially people that check out my music, they want to know what I'm doing. What tones I got. How did I get these sounds and everything. So I thought it'd be pretty neat to do a video, run through the amp heads that I use, both live, on stage, in the studio, and more. Especially on my records. I wanted to show you guys what I did. So that's what we're going to do. We'll run through everything I've used on all my records so far and my setup for on stage. So let's check it out. Alright, so getting started with my first debut as a solo artist, my EP. 7 tracks of instrumental guitar fury. I used Blackstar ID100 TVP on all those tracks, even the bass and acoustic bits. I had a separate channel for everything, a little bit more cleaned up sounding so I could get the tone I want out of my bass and my acoustic. The track that I put out first from that record was When Time Stands Still. You can actually check it out on my YouTube channel as well as the music video. The very intro had some delay, a little bit of reverb, maybe a little bit of chorus. I think it was mainly reverb and delay, but it gave it kind of just this whole different vibe, almost echo-like, and all those effects and everything came straight from this head. And yeah, it sounded fantastic. All 7 tracks, that's the one I used. And I think my tone has changed a little bit. Of course, I've dug in since then. Got some new patches and everything saved. But all 7 of those tracks on was all done with the ID100 TVP. So moving on to my second album, my first full-length, 13 tracks, my album Invictus. I did that whole record with this guy right here. This is the Blackstar HT Stage 100 Mark II. And just like with the ID100, you can hook it straight up to your computer, no interface required. It's unreal because this is an actual tube amp, and you get those tube tones straight into your recording program. It's unreal. And I loved it because with that album, I wanted a lot more aggressive sound, a lot of thrash elements, some power metal vibes, more metal all around, and this amp head definitely helped me deliver. I got that vibe entirely. And I think a couple of tracks I used a little bit of the reverb that's built into it, but all in all it was just straight into the program. I didn't use any effects or anything. So everything you heard, just like with the ID100 on the first record, I used this one strictly for Invictus, all 13 tracks. And moving on, my latest release, my Remedies for the Porcelain EP, my first 7-string release, I used the same amp head for all 5 tracks on that one, this one here again. And I didn't really tweak the tone very much, go from 6-string to 7, because it was already there, the punch and everything. And I didn't really dial it in much. I know I used a clean channel for the song of Porcelain. I think I actually used one of Stratocasters too, the standard for that, to match the 7-string vibe. And I kind of fought with the clean channel. I think it's mainly the guitar I used, which there'll be more on that later. But I just wanted bright, beautiful, kind of throaty sounds. I used one of my Stratocasters. It was perfect, and this amp head definitely delivered on that. So yeah, so far those 3 records, that's the amps I've used. Now, kind of giving you a sneak peek, the next record, my 4th solo album, will have 10 tracks, and for all 10, I went back to the ID100 TVP, mainly because I really love the tones I'm getting from it now. I've dug in a little deeper a few years later since the EP, and I don't know, you get to use all the effects, all the chorus, the delays and everything. Everything's just built into this amp head, ready to go, and I absolutely love it. And I really used a lot of that on this next record, which will be released hopefully at the end of this year, but I'll definitely be posting the details soon. But yeah, so that's my main 3 heads, or main 2 heads in the studio. Now, as far as live, this is my bread and butter. This is the HT Metal 100. This is my absolute favorite amp ever. I fell in love with it years ago when I would look up videos, because I want an amp that could just deliver on the metal spectrum, And long story short, got it finally, and I just can't stop playing it. Live, that's the one I play. And I always bring one of these 2 as a backup, so if something happened, God forbid, these would most definitely be a great backup. Had to dial this one in, but it sounds fantastic. And believe it or not, this one being digital, the ID100, it actually keep up with that one too. And in a live setting, all three absolutely deliver. And yeah, I'm very content with all three. And like I said, this top one up here at HG Metal 100, that's my dream amp, and it absolutely blew all my expectations away. So yeah, that's my main three heads, you know, both live and in the studio. Absolutely love them, and I will not be seen without them. They just, it's part of my tone, part of me as a musician, be able to create and just express myself. You know, you can't go wrong with any of these products. I love Blackstar. So next I'll show you guys what I use on the go, whether I'm at work or just out on a trip or something. And both here at home, most of my videos you hear me playing, I'm just whipping up something on the spot. I'll show you those amps next. So let's check those out. Alright, so starting off, whether I'm on the go or going to work, whatever, you know, this has always been my go-to. This is the Blackstar Fly 3, and it's battery powered. A few little AA batteries and you're good to go. You can actually get like a power supply for it, a power box, everything. But I've had this one for quite a few years. When they first came out with the Fly 3, I grabbed one, and this thing still sounds and plays great. You know, you can actually hook up, you know, phone to it, jam to it, hook up to your laptop, use it as a speaker. It's what I do. And like I said, even when I go to work, this is what I bring. No overdrive or anything, just straight into this little guy, and it delivers every time. And I've even had some raunchy batteries in it to where they corroded, and it's not very pretty back there, but it still works and still sounds great. So if you can, grab you one. They got all kinds of different colors nowadays, some limited edition ones. Blackstar Fly 3, don't be caught without it. And moving on, I got this one recently. This is the ID Core Stereo 40, and it's a little compact head, but it's got all the effects and everything built into it. And I don't know, I want something where it could have tone of like my ID100, but something a little bit smaller, you know, more controlled volume if need be. And this little one definitely delivers. Don't let its size fool you. It absolutely sounds like a monster. And like I said, it has all the effects and everything built into it, so you can still get some colorful tones and everything. So yeah, this one's a great little amp as well. Now, for most of my videos, you see me playing here at home. You'll hear this one. This is the ID Core V3 40 watt, I believe. And this is my newest one. And yeah, most of my videos are, you know, just improv, everything. That's the amp I'm playing, because as you see, it's right here at my desk. And if I come in here and try to jam, that's what I plug up to normally, you know, just to get an idea, you know, hash it out or try to write something new. That's what I usually plug up to. So yeah, once again, Blackstar amps all around. I absolutely love them. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. That's what I use both live, on stage, you know, in the studio. If you have any questions, just drop them below or shoot me a message. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, share to your friends, and if you can, go grab yourself a Blackstar amp. Tell them Shredley sent you. Thanks for checking it out.